It's been a while since I've reviewed a bag. This is the Tomtoc T21 Sling, the large one, 10 liters. Tomtoc sent this over for review. As always, the company hasn't seen this video beforehand. They have no input into what I'm saying. I'm just telling you what I think about it. This is a really well-built bag that's bad in two specific things that I really wanted it to be good at, but we'll get into that. The website says it fits 13 to 14 inch laptops, so anything MacBook sized. 10 liters of space. It's a general purpose sling. It's not specifically a laptop bag, and it's not specifically a gaming bag. It's a bag. It's also on sale for 20% off as of this recording on their website. I'll leave a link down below if you want to get one. The front has one big pocket. Inside that pocket are two smaller slots. I've been using mine for a charger and a long USB-C cable. The charger I bring with me is the 140 watt GAN charger from Aohi. It has two USB-C ports, one USB-A port. The two USB-C ports can push 140 watts each, but not at the same time obviously. If you pull serious power, one of them will get cut down. The USB-A is fine for low power draw stuff, like earbuds, a controller, that kind of thing. It fits perfectly into one of those little slots. The cable goes into the other. Then I throw my Anker A40 earbuds in the same pocket, and that's basically my entire daily kit. There's a key lanyard inside too, but I never use these. But if you're someone who keeps your keys in your bag, it stops them from getting grabbed by anyone who opens it. Sort of like an anti-theft thing. On the back, there's a thin slip pocket. That's where I'd put a passport, my wallet, a phone, something thin and important. The whole front panel is a waterproof material, and the top is also water resistant. The main zipper is also shielded by a rubber strip. Tomtoc takes water seriously, and I appreciate that. That actually saved me when I was in Japan once and it started pouring on me. There are two side straps for water bottles or a carabiner, and on the bottom you have a good attachment for a tripod or an umbrella. I was in Tokyo in 2024 and it started raining. I did not have an umbrella. The sling I had with me did not have a place to put one. I really wish I had this one instead. The buckles are plastic, but heavy duty. I've used a lot of Tomtoc slings, and I've never had their plastics break. Whatever they're using, it works. The strap material feels like car seat belts. The same kind of weight, same kind of stiffness. There's no memory effect. It doesn't bunch up, and it doesn't hold a crease. It just sits how it's meant to sit, and you can adjust the length easily. The shoulder pad is thin, but actually well padded. It's almost like a memory foam, and it slides easily, sits comfortably, and it doesn't bite into your shoulder when the bag's loaded. That's the thing I appreciate about Tomtoc. These are budget-friendly bags compared to the competition, but they don't cheap out on comfort. If you're wearing a sling all day, especially loaded, you feel every shortcut a manufacturer takes. This one doesn't take shortcuts. The only complaint is the strap picks up a little bit of dust, but it's black, so of course it does. The top of the bag has a small padded handle. I cannot tell you how many times this has saved me in a cafe. You go to put your bag down, you don't want to set it on the floor. You don't want to squish it on the seat. You just want to grab the top, lift it, and kind of just place it wherever you feel like it fits best. It's a small thing, but it's the kind of small things that you can only appreciate after using bags that don't have it. Okay, so let's talk about the inside. It's going to be a little hard to show on camera. I don't actually know how bag reviewers do this, but I'll try my best. There's a large pocket in the back. There's some thin foam padding. It has zero structure. It's flimsy. You could put a laptop in here, but the laptop is the thing giving the bag its shape, not the other way around. In the front, there's a thin sleeve. I noticed this one a little late. Maybe a passport, wallet, thin handheld if you really wanted. Then there's a stretchy pouch. That's where the Aohi goes if I'm putting the charger inside instead of up in the front. It fits actually really well in there. There's a polyester pocket. There's another small pocket on the side. There are pockets inside of pockets. There's a lot of pockets. You can also use the entire front compartment for whatever you want. I wouldn't recommend it for electronics though. There's a zipper that runs across the inside, and it can scratch the back of a tablet if you're not careful. You could probably put a small hoodie in there. A fall jacket would probably be a stretch unless it was pretty thin, but a hoodie is definitely fine. This bag also stands on its own when you set it down. Not many slings do that. The ones I have anyways tend to tip over. It's also low profile. It's not a thick bag if you don't overpack it. This means that it fits into airline personal item regulations. This actually might be what I take with me next time I go on a vacation. I went over the entire bag and looked for quality control issues, and I couldn't find any. Then I found one thread, one little piece of material. Not even a loose stitch, just one thread that needs to be clipped off. I'm probably being too picky at this point, but that's genuinely the only thing I found. The zipper pulls have a rubber grip that's waterproof and actually gives you something decent to hold on to. Tomtoc bags are built to take a beating and keep going. They are solid. Okay, so I want to see if this fits my G14. This is the 2023 model, so it's a bit thicker than the 2025 or 2026. It does fit, but the zipper gets uncomfortably close to the corner, and because the back has no padding, the laptop is doing all the structural work as mentioned. The laptop is holding the shape of the bag. It closes, it's possible, but I don't think I'd take a laptop in this bag. A thinner laptop though, like my 2025 G14, that fits much better. So I can see why Tomtoc designed this for something like a MacBook. It's thin and it's light. Definitely not for a gaming laptop, but for a thin and light, sure. So what about a handheld? I tried the claw. The claw fits, but because the back has no real structure, you feel the grips of the handheld through the bag. The bumps where the grips stick out, you feel those in your back. The back panel has maybe like a ½ inch of padding, and that is definitely not enough to absorb a gaming handheld. The other thing is, when you put a big handheld in there, the joysticks push the front pocket forward. So now your charger and your earbuds are getting squeezed. I tried smaller stuff, the Mangmi Pocket Max, same problem. The joysticks push the pocket forward. You can put the handheld in the front pocket instead. It sits low enough that the zipper doesn't scratch it, but I wouldn't put a gaming handheld in the main pocket of this bag. Smaller devices like the Odin 3, totally fine. The Odin 3 actually rests perfectly in the front pocket. Anything roughly that size or smaller, you're absolutely fine. Stuff like headphones, earbuds, small handhelds, accessories, there are a ton of pockets here for that kind of thing. As an everyday carry, it's fantastic. It just doesn't want to be a big handheld bag. So here's where I land. This is a really good bag. It just doesn't know what it wants to be. It wants to be a laptop sling. It's slightly too small for that, and there's not enough padding. It wants to be a handheld sling, but it doesn't have the compartments to hold a handheld properly. It's an awkward middle bag, but I want to be clear that the materials, the build, the comfort, the durability, the plastics, the straps, the shoulder pad, the zippers, all of it is top notch. Tomtoc has always made good bags. I just wish this one had a little bit more padding on the back for a laptop, for a handheld, either one. If you want a Tomtoc with a proper laptop compartment, the smaller T21 Sling, the regular one, around 7 liters, is the right call. You lose a lot of these pockets. Everything ends up in one main compartment, but it has a real laptop pocket with real padding, a real tablet pocket built around a laptop. That's actually the bag I took with me when I went overseas. If you want a handheld bag, it's hard to beat the Steam Deck Tomtoc Sling. That one has insane padding on the back. You don't feel the grips at all. Mine is 2 years old and it still's holding up incredibly well. My only complaint with that one, there's no top handle to pick it up. So when you grab it by the strap, everything tilts forward. Essentially 3 different bags with 3 different jobs. This is the bag I'd take if I wasn't bringing a laptop and I wasn't bringing a big handheld, which is actually exactly what a vacation looks like to me. I don't need a laptop on vacation. If I bring my laptop, I feel like I need to do work, so I leave it. I bring a small handheld, and there's absolutely room for that. There's room for a water bottle. There's room for stuff I'd buy along the way, 10 liters of travel space, a low profile that fits airline personal item rules, a tripod attachment on the bottom, or an umbrella slot. Actually, this is kind of starting to sound like the right bag for my next Japan trip. It's a good sling, and I can't recommend this one enough, as long as you know what you're getting. But here's what I want to know. What do you think of the T21 Explorer Sling? Have you bought one? Do you like it? And what do you bring with it? Let me know in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.